What's the most absurd power trip you've ever witnessed at work?
We got a new office manager, Gary, who seemed perfectly normal at first.
But within a week, it became clear Gary was obsessed with order, particularly in the office kitchen.
He'd send out passive-aggressive emails about a single crumb on the counter or a mug left in the sink for 5 minutes too long.
But his true reign of terror began with coffee.
Gary decided the communal, perfectly adequate coffee machine was inefficient and unsanitary. One Monday morning, it was gone.
In its place sat a gleaming commercial-grade espresso machine.
And next to it, a carefully labeled container of gourmet coffee beans, a special frother, and a set of personalized mugs.
Each item bore a meticulously printed label, Jerry's property, do not touch. He announced that the company coffee budget had been reallocated, and if we wanted coffee, we could purchase special Gary-approved pods from him at a markup.
Everyone rolled their eyes.
For weeks, Gary lorded over his machine.
He'd brew his own coffee with an air of superior connoisseurship, making a show of grinding his artisanal beans.
If anyone dared to ask for a cup, he'd scrutinize their pod payment and give them a mini lecture on proper espresso etiquette.
Morale in the office plummeted faster than a bad stock tip.
People started bringing their own instant coffee packets or sneaking out to the expensive cafe down the street.
It wasn't about the money. It was about Gary's sheer, petty control.
Our productivity started to dip, not from lack of caffeine, but from simmering resentment.
The breaking point came during our biggest client presentation of the year.
Mr. Henderson, a major prospective client, was coming to our office.
Gary naturally insisted that he alone would be in charge of coffee for the meeting, touting his superior blend to the senior partners.
He set up his pristine espresso station in the main conference room, polishing everything with a special cloth.
Just as Mr. Henderson and our CEO walked in, Gary was mid-sentence, pontificating on the ideal water temperature for a perfect lungo.
That's when Sarah, our quietest graphic designer, walked in, casually carrying a massive, industrial-sized French press.
Behind her came Mark with a giant pour-over setup, complete with a fancy gooseneck kettle.
Then came Maria with an artisanal cold brew dispenser, and even Dave from accounting with an assortment of high-end tea bags and a beautifully designed hot water dispenser.
Without a word, they set up an entire elaborate communal coffee and tea bar right next to Gary's machine.
Sarah even brought a sign hand-drawn with elegant calligraphy. Complimentary beverages, crafted with care. The CEO and Mr.
Henderson stopped dead, looking from Gary's meticulously labeled, one-man operation to the suddenly vibrant, bustling coffee station, offering variety and genuine hospitality.
Gary's jaw dropped.
He looked like he'd been punched.
The CEO, with a twinkle in his eye, walked straight to the communal bar.
Well, this looks delightful, he boomed, pouring himself a cold brew.
Mr.
Henderson followed suit.
Gary's machine sat there, gleaming and unused, a monument to his failed power trip.
From that day on, Gary's espresso machine gathered dust.
The communal coffee bar became a permanent fixture, with everyone contributing their favorite brews and snacks.
Gary eventually stopped bringing his special beans and after a few awkward weeks started quietly using the French press like everyone else.
His reign of coffee terror was over, drowned out by the sweet free aroma of collective defiance.